Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Thanks so much for being here. For many people, work is a family affair, and the movie industry is no exception to that. It's been called a place where not only does the sun rise, but the son-in-law also rises, where offsprings, cousins, and brothers often try to duplicate the success of their relatives, and sometimes do. Well, we decided to look at family trees on TCM tonight. In our last film, Alfred Hitchcock's Strangers on a Train, the daughter of Hitch, Patricia Hitchcock, played a plum supporting role as Barbara, the younger sister of Anne, played by Ruth Roman. Well, up next we have a film which showcases two members of the Huston movie clan. It's also one of the best adventure stories put on the screen by John Huston. The movie is The Treasure of the Sierra Madre from Warner Brothers in 1948. It was written and directed by John Huston, who also makes a cameo appearance in the movie early on. The film also co-stars John Huston's father, Walter Huston, along with Humphrey Bogart and Tim Holt. Now, it's a movie which brought Oscars for both the Hustons in 1948. Walter won as the year's Best Supporting Actor, John won as Best Director, and for writing the year's Best Screenplay. And when Walter Huston accepted his award that night, he famously gave one of the most memorable of all thank you speeches, saying, "Many years ago, I raised a son, and I said to him, if you ever become a writer or director, please find a good part for your old man." Well, no more needed to be said. The son certainly had come through for his father. The Treasure of the Sierra Madre gave Walter Huston one of the great roles of his career and remains one of the best movies of all directed by John, which is saying something considering his portfolio. And the dynasty continued because in 1951, John Huston had a daughter, Angelica, who eventually became an Academy Award winner for Prizzi's Honor in 1985, directed by John Huston. That had never happened before. Three members of three generations of the same family winning major Oscars. But here, courtesy of the Hustons, and with Humphrey Bogart in one of his greatest roles, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre. We showed this last April at the TCM Classic Film Festival in Hollywood, and there to introduce it for us were both Angelica Huston and Danny Huston, the daughter and son of John Huston, who directed and wrote the screenplay of this movie. And also that, of course, makes them the granddaughter and grandson of the great Walter Huston, who played the old prospector. Both John and Walter Huston won Oscars for this film, which is no surprise. What is a surprise to me, though, is that Humphrey Bogart was not nominated as Best Actor that year. This certainly is one of Bogey's very best performances. But then again, he made so many good movies. And if you're a Bogart fan, you'll find 24 of his best movies in this beautiful new DVD box set from Warner Home Video called Humphrey Bogart, The Essential Collection. And among the films included is our movie and such treats as High Sierra, Casablanca, To Have and Have Not. Also lesser-known Bogey movies like Invisible Stripes and All Through the Night. The collection also includes a bonus documentary about Bogey's home studio of Warner Brothers called The Brothers Warner. You can find out more about the box set, even purchase a copy on our website, tcm.com. Up next, another pair of actors from the same family working together as Haley Mills co-stars with her father, John Mills, in a gentle comedy about the problems faced by a young, newly married couple.
Tonight on Turner Classic Movies, we're all in the family next with Haley and John Mills in The Family Way. Then Surgeon Vanessa Redgrave co-stars with her father, Michael Redgrave, in Behind the Mask. And brothers John and Lionel Barrymore check into Grand Hotel. TCM is at your service tonight.